Hey guys, Travis Gillespie here. Today we're looking at geometric patterns and we're asked to identify a possible pattern. I'm just going to highlight that word. And also, if we can, let's use the pattern to draw the next figure. So we're asked to also draw the next figure. Alright, so looking at the sequence of figures here, I'm going to ask myself, do I see a pattern emerging here? Well, I see that there's one dot here, two dots here, three dots here, 4 and 5. Okay, I'm starting to see a pattern. Now, one way, if you do see a pattern, one way to express it or show that you see it is to do it mathematically. I'm going to put a 1 here, a 2 here, 3 here for 3 dots. 4 dots are in this figure and 5 here. And we want to know what will the next term look like. Well, it should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should have 6 dots in this term. So also, one thing I noticed is that each new figure, it uses the previous information and just builds upon it. So all I have to do is copy this image and then I can build upon it. So I'm going to put 5 dots down. 4 will be within the circle. So 1 up top, 1 on the side, 1 on the bottom, 1 on the other side, and then it looks like there's 1 outside of the circle and on top. Okay, so right now I have 5 dots, and this is just a copy of the previous figure. And now I need to ask myself, where does the 6th dot go? So in order to do that, I've got to go back to the beginning of the sequence and look at this pattern again and ask myself, is there something else going on in this pattern? Should I be laying these dots down in a specific order? So I see that this first dot is on top. I'm going to put a T for top. The second term, the new dot is on bottom, so I'm going to put a B down for bottom. And then the third dot is off to the right. I'll put an R down. The fourth dot is off to the left. I'll put an L down. And the circle's filled in at that point. So the 5th dot, I see it's outside of the circle, but look, it's on top. So it looks like this sequence is starting over, back to the original order. I'm going to put a T down, and then I can see that, hey, bottom, or B, is next. So the new dot should be placed on the bottom of this circle if we're going to follow this sequence or pattern here. Cool stuff, guys. Let's go ahead and look at another problem. So we're going to do the same thing in this problem as we did in the last one. We're going to ask ourselves, do we see a pattern in this sequence? One way to show a pattern, if you find one, is to express it mathematically. Well, right now I don't see a pattern, but it looks like there could be one there, I just don't see it. So I'm going to start using math to help me out. I'm going to say I have one circle here, and then I have, well, it looks like 3 circles here. In fact, I'm going to put a 1 on bottom, and then what I want to do is make a note that if I were to add 2 to 1, I would get 3 here. So in purple, I'm just going to put plus 2. So 1 plus 2 equals 3. Let's go ahead and erase that 1 real quick. And let's see what happens here. So I have 3, and now it looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So from 3, how did I get to 4? Well, that's, if we were to add 1 to 3, we could get to 4. So let's go ahead and put a 4 down on bottom here. And now I see the next term has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles in it. So how did I get from 4 to 6? It looks like I added 2. Okay, I think I'm starting to see a pattern. Plus 2, plus 1. Plus 2, I'm hoping that the next term after this will be a plus 1 again. So I know there are 6 circles in this sequence, or this term, and I want to see how many are in the next term. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 circles in this one, and we got from 6 to 7 by adding 1. So there is a pattern. It is plus 2 plus 1. Plus 2, I wrote another 2 here. It should be plus 1. So plus 1. So plus 1, we get to 7. Well, the next term then should be another plus 2. So 7 plus 2 will give us a value of 9. And I'm going to draw 9 circles above. So we've got 3 on the bottom, 3 in the middle, and 3 on top. Cool stuff, guys. I'll see you in the next video.